Go.
What's up, guys? Roshabs here, coming at you here with my Lightsworn deck list. So I got first place, as I stated, in the Fluffle deck with Firewood Lightsworns. Super awesome. I decided to actually play the Token Collector in the deck because it's the promo, and it's actually really good in this deck because it can come back from grave, so you play one copy of it, and I thought it was just really neat.
Let's hurry up. We're at 1%.
We're at 1% battery, so obviously we're going to play our one Token Collector. Absolutely phenomenal. It's a 45-card deck. It's technically not Lightsworns, as I said, because I'm not playing JD. However, this is the build. I wanted to try it out and see if I could get like something a little more consistent going. And so I'm going to call it like Snow Patrol, I guess. But yeah, so for the changes to the Lightsworn lineup, I cut Lumina down to 2 and put in a second Fleece. Milling this card off of Minerva is just so much value that you really want to have it. And yeah, it's just a standard Lightsworn lineup. Very good. My matchups, I'll kind of do it as I'm going through the deck. Were Sky Strikers, Trick Stars, Crusadia, and oh gosh, I don't know if I can remember the last one. That's Charlie had the problem, but yeah, 3 Snow. Snow is absolutely insane. You need to play 3 of that card in this deck, especially since I'm not playing JD. This is going to be your win condition. For the 1-ofs, we play 1 Balancer Lord, 1 Giant Rex, 1 Destrudo, and 1 Glow Up Bulb. These are just all good cards. These are good gold star targets, obviously. And this is just a 1-card Black Rose, and this card allows you to make Nad Beast, so obviously you want to play these. If you haven't noticed, the rarity of this deck has gone up quite a bit. I'm still missing Super Luminous.
We're still poor, though.
We're still poor, yeah. Then I play the Perform Mage engine as this was requested. Since I'm not playing JD, I have room for this. And this engine's amazing, especially with the Glow Up Bulb. It allows you to just easily make Minerva, and it also allows you to easily make Nad Beast because it makes it a little more searchable. Because you can either do this in Glow Up Bulb or Giant Rex and Glow Up Bulb to make that Nad Beast. And Nad Beast is a blowout against the Sky Striker Trick Stars. I'm still playing 2 Photon Thrasher, 2 Goblinberg, because you just want to have starters. A better card than Photon Thrasher is actually Instant Fusion, and that's because like you can draw Instant Fusion at any point in the game and the card's still alive. This card is so dead after turn 1. I would play Instant Fusion into Mud Dragon because it's really good, and it even counts as a light because it can change its attribute for Curious. However, the problem is I don't have the extra deck space. I'm so tight on it that I couldn't find out what to cut. But feel free to let me in the comments. And I do play 3 Ash. It's the only hand trap you really want to play. First of all, it's just the best. It's the most versatile against every deck. And it's also a level 3 tuner, so like you can make some other cards and stuff like that I'm going to go into, and new additions into the extra deck. Lots of changes that have been made. But yeah, level 7 Black Rose, anything, all the card's just busted. This card will never change. I'm so happy this card's at 3. Obviously. Alties, yes, they're all first ed. Next up, 2 Gold Sarks. They're not Pharaoh Tour, but you need to play them. 2 Call to the Grave. I actually didn't see this once today. I was kind of sad because it was definitely a really, really great card that I would have liked to have. But nonetheless, you still want to play it because it's semi-limited, and this deck does have some trouble around hand traps. But yeah. Then we play Roto, Foolish, and our Reborn, just the 3 power 1-ofs. I don't like Soul Charge because I think this deck does rely kind of on its battle phase to do some things. And the last thing you want to do is go into time. And you can kill your opponent like the weirdest ways with Snow. Like you just start counting your graveyard and it's over. The next not cheap card. This deck is not cheap, I apologize. It's not as budget as Lightsworns could be, especially with 3 evenly matched Ashes. But you can play the JD build if you like it for budget-wise. This was just strictly to try out something and try and be more competitive with the deck, so 3 evenly.
My build still plays JD.
Yeah. We'll head on to the extra deck first. So I got nice new Michael sleeves. 2 Minerva. You need to play 2 of this card. I don't care what people say. The only reason you ever didn't play 2 before was because it was a prize card.
I played 1.
Utopia Lightning package. Absolutely insane. Just pushes for game. Tornado Dragon. And the most broken card ever in this deck. Excite Knight. First of all, this is a light. So after you use this effect, if you can get 2 more light monsters, you can make Curious. Second off, you can activate Snow. That's Chain Link 1, banishing your cards for cost. Chain Excite Knight because you have less cards. The field will nuke, except the Excite Knight, and then Snow will summon. That gives you 2 for your Curious. It's just absolutely insane in this deck. You're almost always going to play with your graveyard, so you're almost always going to have less cards than your opponent. For the Synchros, we play the 1 Nad Beast, as I stated earlier. Then for the level 7s, we play Michael, Black Rose, and the new addition, Shooting Riser Dragon.
It is legal.
It is legal now. This card is absolutely insane. I apologize for your people who don't have it. If you don't mill Snow, which is a problem in this deck, Snow is very reliant, you can use like a hand trap and a Goblinberg to make this, and this dumps Snow. And obviously you're not going to use the Snow that turn, so it doesn't matter.
And then you Black Rose your opponent.
Yeah, and then you just Black Rose them during their main phase, which is absolutely insane. It's just not fair. And you still have the Snow, so like this card becomes level 3. You can snow something face down, and then synchro with the Snow and make the Black Rose. This card's absolutely a great addition to this deck. The 1 Omega because it's limited, still a great card. I had a lot of like things about this. You could definitely play Mud Dragon and side deck this card instead, but I still like it. Especially with the Perform Mage engine, you can kind of recycle the Damage Juggler and get some more value. Lastly, Trish. You don't have to play this card. I love this card. The amount of people it catches off guard because it doesn't target, and like BA players and other things, like it's the last thing somebody expects to see when you have 2 level 4s and you're just like, oh, I have my glow up bulb, so I'm going to use that to make this Trish. And it's just so good. It's just like so much value. Underclock Taker for your Link 2. Curious as a mandatory. And lastly, I play Saryuja. You can play Boral Sword instead. Because I'm not playing the JD build, I think Boral Sword actually might just be better because you're trying to OTK your opponent and you're not trying to draw as many cards. But yeah, you can play any any other Link 4 that you want, Boral Load, whatever. I just chose that because it's the only one I have.
Side deck. Side deck.
Go to the side deck. We're getting there. We're joking. Spirit Master. So this card's great because it's Gold Sark target and outs Vanity's Fiend. 2 Ogre. This is really good against the Mech Knight matchup. Purple is such a bitch. You don't want to see that card on the board. It's kind of hard to get over. It's because they can just keep dodging if you're not careful, so I like that. I do side deck the 3 Gammas and the 1 Driver, obviously, because I am playing the Omega in the extra deck, and it's just phenomenal. If you go like Charge or Solar, and if they like try to Ash or Solar, you neg 2. It is such a bad trade-off for you that it's worth having the Gamma in the side deck. Next up, I play 2 Twin Twisters because you want to hate you. This deck still hates back row. Yeah, didn't come in that much. Then I play the Super Poly because, like I said, I do actually play the Mud Dragon. I just side deck it instead. This card's like mediocre. It's just really against Goki because that's still going to be the worst matchup. You don't want to get extra linked in this deck, and because you are opting second with that evenly matched. 1 Abyss Dweller as the other tech. I didn't think this was as necessary, like yet again, because Goki isn't as prominent. But when it was definitely a main deck card. Next up for the traps, I play 1 Phantom Knights Brigade. If I side deck the evenly and I'm going first, I'd rather have a combo extender to make the Minerva rather than something else. And lastly, I have 2 Red Reboots because this card's amazing against the Reincarnation. So yeah, that's the deck profile, guys. Like I said, I got first place at it, the Soul Fusion Sneak Peek yet again. I seem to do really well with Lightsworns at my sneak peeks, I don't know. Yeah, and that's it. Rogue Scripts out.
We got Dinos and, yeah, Dinos.
Right, yeah, we have Gravekeepers,
Spiral, and Spirals will be next.
Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of
Even though Spirals didn't get anything new. All right,
Rock on.
See you.